My name is Tolga Lechin, Executive Custom Manager in charge of food and beverage for MCI Complex.
My name is David Bisi. I am Sales Manager for Africa and Eastern.
My name's Peter, I'm the Barasti Manager.
Steve Smith, I'm the COO of the Arabian Radio Network.
And my name is Stuart Kennedy. I'm the Project Manager for the Carlsberg Barasti Beach Stadium.
Darren French, Director of Marketing Communications for the MCI Complex.
I'm John Raby from Showfalls. I'm the Director of Production.
My name is Daniel. I'm a Site Manager for Wicked Tents that's filming the Dome.
I'm Ali McDonald. Let me start that bit again. Managing Director at Wicked Tents.
The Barasti Beach Dome is something that you just can't miss out on.
It's an incredible venue. The vibe in there is electrifying, and we've been full to capacity every night.
This is going to be the best World Cup experience that I think you're going to experience in Dubai. And I don't think there's going to be many places around the world that are going to match what we're doing.
We never initially expected it to be such a unique project, and coming here today and seeing the results, it's just fantastic, and we all know we've made the right decision to get involved in it.
Barasti Beach Stadium is one of the biggest domes you'll ever see on this beach. It's amazing. It's 35 metres wide, 17.5 metres tall. It's going to be a fully enclosed, air-conditioned venue, one of the best venues to watch the World Cup coming up.
Celebration, it surrounds us, every nation, all around us.
This particular dome is a one-of-a-kind, supposedly still the largest movable geodesic dome in the world.
There's about 175 triangles going in there, over 9,000 nuts and bolts going in there. Yeah, a lot of blood and sweat of the boys.
The basic way we construct this dome, because of the size of this one and the stress it would put on the struts, we have to build it a different way. This is a geodesic dome, and most other geodesic domes are built from the floor upwards. With our partners in Germany, Zendome, who manufacture this dome, we sort of got together and we came up with a way, well, let's just do it backwards. So we built the cap first, we have a crane in, the crane lifts up, we build the next level, next level, next level. It was a true test of what we could do.
It's going to be an awesome venue, massive screens, lots of cold beverages, AC that's going to be cool. The World Cup is being held in my home country in South Africa. Next to being there, it'll be the best to sit here and watch.
The Barasti Beach Stadium was a kind of concept that we all came up with, actually separately, and then brought it together.
How do you make use of the Football World Cup when it's going to be 50 degrees outside?
So it was about 6 months in the planning that we looked at this project in November last year.
And then we thought about doing something different, because obviously Barasti is known as doing things differently.
We looked at different options of what we could do on the beach, and as Barasti we always try and do everything bigger and better and more outstanding than any of our competitors.
What can we do that's different, and what's going to make people stand up and notice and go, wow, that is well worth getting into Barasti for?
I think they realised they need to do something big, and boy, they've done something big.
And it was really about bringing the ultimate venue to watch football over the summer period.
We sat and we met for hours and hours at end.
Discussions, meetings, lots of ideas.
We looked at a few different alternatives.
And then I met a couple of Wicked people from Wicked Tent. When they proposed me this Megadome, I knew that this was the right product.
So they wanted to create a big football to watch the football in, so when the World Cup came along, we were a pretty obvious choice, considering the shape of our structures.
It was a quick decision to have Wicked on board.
We sat down with them strategically and worked out how 3 of our radio stations could play a major component in supporting what we knew was going to be a major event.
I met one other bar manager in Dubai recently, and he said one thing to me which made me really think about what we're doing. He says, when are you guys at Barasti going to stop?
Barasti actually started off as a small beach hut. Le Meridian Minas Gerais is now 11 years old, and Barasti was here before it. And what it was a little, very tiny structure that had a little door and a couple of people that could come and sit at the bars.
My name is Simran. I'm working as a bartender here in Barasti Bar.
My name is Rajesh Ramamurthy. I'm working as a bartender in Barasti Bar.
I'm Umash. I'm the assistant restaurant manager for Barasti.
It's a nice experience working in Barasti.
People like Barasti.
We are getting a good, nice guest here.
We are the best sports bar in Dubai.
Whoever want to enjoy, they'll come to Barasti.
Today it's very much a part of the expat community and a very much part of way of life.
Because of the staff, they are very professional, and because of the venue, that's why the people like, I think.
Very nice place. It's a very nice place.
Everybody wants to be a part of Barasti.
It's all about, good friends, being able to meet people here, it's relaxed, and you'll always guaranteed to have a good time here at Barasti.
It's amazing.
We did the whole interior experience of the dome, from the design, the original concept, right the way through construction, manufacture, and obviously the whole concept has to be developed around a circle rather than a square as you would have in a football pitch.
And I even thought about cancelling the project several times because we had so many difficulties along the way.
Sometimes we were sitting there and going, this is not going to happen, it's an unreal project and it's a bit of a dream.
Unevenness is our biggest problem here because it's a reclaimed beach. We're not getting it 100% level.
So the challenge was to level it, compact it, and find a way of anchoring the stadium.
You don't see them now, but there are 15 concrete blocks under this tent.
Now we've got 15 concrete blocks, each weighing 4 tonne, giving us 60 tonnes of ballast on the seaside of the stadium.
The whole tiered seating thing, it's going on an uneven floor. We brought 1,050 legs for the roster, and we've ended up cutting 400 more just to take the rise and fall of the beach.
So yeah, that's been our biggest hurdle with building on the beach is access and the level.
It's been difficult getting the reach on the crane. So when we installed the membrane yesterday, we weren't able to drop the membrane on top of the dome. We had to drop it slightly to one side.
Obviously various hurdles.
There's always snags. You're always going to come up with snags along the way.
Is it going to generate revenue for us? Would the air conditioning actually be able to work within a structure like this? So yes, it's definitely been a challenging project, but certainly our partners and everybody that's been involved, I think it's been extremely successful.
It's all about experience. Lighting, sound, interior. We thought about all the details.
We bought a stadium to Dubai. We looked at the Football World Cup and we said, how can we create the atmosphere here in Dubai?
We have a screen which is outstanding inside this dome.
And we've also put in a DJ booth.
Good music.
We have a bar service which is going to be outstanding.
We really want to create a stadium, and that's what we've done. We've created a setting for 1,200 people.
We are looking at around 50,000 visitors during the World Cup.
We've ordered 8,500 kegs over this promotional period, which is probably about 4.5 times what our normal consumption figures would be.
They're big numbers.
So yeah, we've put on a lot more staff. We have to have a lot more security on.
Tomorrow, we are doing the opening.
The moment will be tomorrow when we walk in, it's full of consumers.
We will have cheerleaders dancing, we will show some videos, we have DJs.
I think we have a few surprises to throw in there.
Lots of alcohol to drink.
When the first big game's on in the England game, it's going to be fantastic.